Hey everyone, I'm Heather, the Starlight Priestess. I have a little bit of time before I leave the office today, so I'm going to do a little impromptu reading. For those of you who don't know, I am a photographer, newborn photographer. That's why I have all the props behind me. So let's just get started and we'll see what comes up. I'm not going to ask any specific questions. We're just going to see what comes up today for the collective. I am using my Oracle card deck. These are printed, but this is the only version because I'm not crazy about the printer, so I'm still looking for a printer, but you can get the digital version of these cards, and I will leave those details in the description box below. Okay, so guys, what's coming up for the collective? What information would we like to share? Okay, deep breath. I'm hearing broken open and I'm seeing the solar plexus chakra. What card came up? True love. So I just did a short reading. So that'll be on my YouTube page. This was the card that one of the cards that came up. Okay, it's a little mini cards, but I'm seeing the solar plexus chakra and I'm hearing broken open. So something is breaking open. Something is changing. Shattering. I'm almost seeing the solar plexus chakra shattering. Like you're going to rise above what has been holding you back and the ideas and beliefs. Okay. Chakra of divine knowledge. Okay. I always get that. That's like the Akashic records. So there's some things, and okay, you know, that's interesting because we have the true love. So this could be a soulmate connection. Okay, we have lenses of love. This could be a soulmate connection that's coming through that I feel like there's some karma. And the soulmate connection has kept you kind of held back. This could be, now soulmates are not just romantic connections. So this could be a connection you've had. This also could be karma coming through, not just soulmates. It could be karma too. What's this? Miracles. Miracles are on their way. So it feels like clearing. That's the word that's coming through, clearing. Things are clearing. So I'm getting karma. So this card, I'm getting karma. That there's been some karmic dealings, and you've been held back. And part of your solar plexus chakra has been part of this karma, part of what you've been needing to heal. And there's an opening, there's a breaking, there's a shattering of the beliefs and ideas, and it could be related to this person. So okay, I'm getting a couple situations they're showing me. So either this person, there's not something good with the relationship isn't good, and they are the catalyst for this breaking open. Like they're making you so angry, or they're hurting you, or something's occurring, and so you are like, you've had it. You're done. You're just going to walk out. You're going to change something. Something within you is going to break, is going to shatter to the point of healing, and you're breaking through that will, like the glass ceiling, you know, we was the terminology, breaking the glass ceiling. Well, it's obviously the term is not the meaning is not the same, but that's what they're saying, is that there's like something is going to be shattered within you to let go, to break through of the blockages that were holding you kind of hostage in your solar plexus chakra. And there's love and compassion, but you're going to find love and compassion for yourself. It's like this catalyst is, it's almost like you've been in a victim mentality, and the victim mentality has been keeping you locked in this place. But what is going to occur, what's going to happen, is that shatters, and you're going to find compassion for yourself. And through that compassion, there's going to be healing. And that's going to be healing not just on like this lifetime, it's going to be healing past lifetimes. It's going to be healing the karma. Okay? And that is what is going to bring the miracles about. when these blocks are removed from your path, when these stoppages and ideas and beliefs are changed, that's when all of the things that like you've been trying to manifest, when you've been trying to heal, they're like going to be just kind of falling into place. They're almost showing me like a cartoon where like someone trips and all the papers go in the air, and then all of a sudden they fall down neatly in a stack on top of each other, like perfect. That's how everything's going to just fall into place for you. Okay. And there was another thing that they were showing me, and I stopped talking about it, and now I can't get back there. So anyway, there was another thing. So you may not be hurt. You may not have a person that, oh, that's what it is. Okay. You might have a guide on the other side that's walking you through this, that's stepping you through this. Okay. You could also have a friend. They're saying friendship. Maybe you're going to meet a new friend. Let's see what else comes out of the deck. Okay. I have about 20 minutes before I have to go pick up my kids. We have travel. Not sure how that fits into it, and then we have release. Okay. How did those fall into place? Travel, you're going places, there's movement. It's not necessarily travel, but it's movement. And yes, it could be travel for some of you. They are saying it could be travel for some of you. Some of you may be held back because you've had a partner or a friend or a family member that didn't allow you to travel, or you couldn't travel when you were in the relationship with them. And so now if you're not in that relationship, or maybe it was a job, it could have been a job that was holding you back too. So don't fear for relationships. It's not all relationships. Because this could also be a karmic path. Not just like a true love or a soulmate. It could be also a karmic path, like you're walking through a path. So don't freak out. It's not like, everyone's relationships are ending, or terrible friendships are collapsing or anything like that. No. It's just, for some, it'll be different for some. Anyway, so the travel, so it could be the travel, it could be you getting to experience life and you getting to travel to different places, or it could be just movement in your life. Like I was saying, everything kind of gets thrown up in the air and everything starts falling into place perfectly for you. Okay, you know what? That's a message right there. Judgment. Now we didn't go with the release card, but let's take this judgment right here. This judgment is what's coming through is the inner child, actually. It is the inner child and the voice that's been silenced, your voice that's been silenced. And the meaning of this card is you will often find the way you judge people is actually a mirror of what you find inside of yourself. And so this inner child, this hurt inner child is viewing the world, and that's how your judgments are. Your judgments about other people, your judgments about situations are actually your hurting inner child. So take that into consideration. A lot of times our triggers are coming from our inner child, from the developmental process of ourselves, because we have, the subconscious is developed between the ages of 0 and 7. So trauma also affects it even in later after that. But a lot of our core beliefs are created from this youthful, childlike versions of ourselves. And so we see the world often from the view of a traumatized 7-year-old, or a traumatized child, and things are not the way they seem. So that's where this card is coming into place. You may be having to release some more beliefs, because I saw the solar plexus chakra getting broken, like shattered, and being able to be healed. But then we also have this inner voice, and that's where I'm seeing the blue right here in the throat chakra. It's this inner voice, it's this authenticity that has been silenced, and some opportunities are coming up for you. It might be part of this situation that we talked about earlier. It could be something else that's coming up to the surface, but it is needing to be healed and released, healed and let go of, because these beliefs are not serving you. These beliefs are not for your highest good, and they don't align with your adult self. They're the child versions of yourself. So we have some more beliefs that are coming up that need to be released. Okay. And it's, what they're showing me, bringing to my attention, are the butterflies and the energy of transformation. And when we can heal, say these butterflies are all sorts of different beliefs that we've held since childhood, or since we've been traumatized, or even from past lives. We see all these little butterflies. When we can transmute the energy, when we can see the energy for what it is, a lot of times that will actually heal the energy to the point then we can say, okay, I release it from my energy field, and there that comes into it, seeing these things with eyes of compassion. So maybe we see, something generic, public speaking, for example. We were traumatized as a child. Maybe we were put on display, or we were put to be embarrassed in a position where we were embarrassed, and our parents had us do that. And so we have this terror of public speaking. But we're seeing that through the eyes of the child, through the trauma that we experienced as a child. And so when we can have compassion for that child self in the position that we were in, and we can send love at that situation, that love can transmute that stuck energy. And when that stuck energy is transmuted, it can be released. Sorry, I'm going too fast. I'm tripping over my words, so just bear with me. Okay. What else is coming up? Storm warning. Yeah. Oh, this is to be expected. Okay, we're coming into eclipse season. We have the eclipses. Let's see, today is the 3rd. So the eclipse is the 7th or 8th, depending on where you are in the universe, depending on where you are in the world. Let's see, it's the lunar eclipse. It's a lunar eclipse. The one on the 21st is a solar eclipse. But anyway, this is absolutely to be expected. And if you've seen any of my other readings, I produce a magazine, which I will link in the description box below. But that magazine, a lot of the energy in there this month is all about the dark and the light and the shadows within us, and shadow healing, and the eclipse season, and everything that the eclipse season is going to bring up. And it's going to rile up a lot, because we're getting to the point kind of in our universal energy that we really need to heal. We need to heal the divine feminine. We need to heal the divine masculine. We need to heal the divine in each one of us, the masculine and the feminine, in the universe, in people, in humanity. It all needs to be healed. It all needs to be let go of. Lies are being brought to the surface. The shadows, the darknesses are being brought into the light. And so you can kind of see that stuff being reflected in society, but it's also going to be reflected in your own life. So the storm, this umbrella, is bringing through all of, I'm sorry, not the umbrella. The storm is blowing the umbrella out. It's kind of like, the umbrella is kind of like our safety net, and it's in a red color, and kind of reminds me of the root chakra. The root chakra is our base chakra for safety, security, and the storm is coming through and it's basically tearing that out of your hands and saying, okay, everything you thought you know, everything you thought you believed is skewed or wrong completely. And so we have to take this from you. We have to get rid of this like safety net, the security net that you've had, because it's holding you back from your true reality, from your true life purpose. It's holding you back. And so we're going to tear it out of your hand. We're going to rip it away. And so you can see the rain for what it is. It's a clearing mechanism. It's clearing out your energy. It's clearing out the beliefs. It's clearing out the stuck energy and the bad emotions. And I don't want to say bad emotions, but the stuck emotions, the negative emotions, the sad, the anger, things like that. We're going to clear that all out. And the clearing often completely upends our life or certain aspects of our life. We have, friendships that might end, or the truth is brought to light, or, we have a job where, and it could be good too. Maybe someone was stabbing you in the back at work, and that truth is brought to light, and your boss is like, well, sorry, here's a promotion that you deserved. So the storm is not always a bad thing. Sometimes it's very good. There's just gonna be a lot of uproar. And so this is all related to getting rid of those things that are holding you back and that are hurting you. It's even, we have that comfort zone. And even when we're feeling comfortable and we're feeling like life is okay, the universe is like, yeah, it is, but you can do better. It can be better for you. Okay. And once again, let's go with the bottom of the card because these two cards are sticking up. So, Dark Night of the Soul. That's always a challenging one. Okay. We go through a dark period, and it's a period where we need to dig into our shadows and figure out what's holding us back, what's hurting us, what's keeping us stuck in a place that we shouldn't be in, what's keeping us from our life path. And eclipse seasons are a perfect time for Dark Night of the Soul because it really causes us to dig deep to figure out why our life is unraveling and shaping up the way that it is. Okay. Now, it's funny. I watched someone else's reading earlier, and she was wearing a rose t-shirt, and here we have the rose in the center of the soul. Okay. Okay, what else is coming out? Now, this stuff isn't necessarily anything to be scared about, because the message here is whatever does unfold for you, even if it's rough for a patch, it is for your highest good. And the universe has your back. All your guides have your back. Everyone has your back, and just write it out. And that's when you really ask for help from your guides, from your angels. Grow. You're in a period of growth. And that's interesting because, okay, so this card is, the way that I wrote it, it's about before the seed comes up, before it starts rising into this beautiful plant, you have a period of darkness. Okay, you have a period where it's in the soil, it's taking in the nutrients, it's getting ready to grow, but it has to take root first. It has to create a strong foundation. It has to create a strong root system, because once it gets into that sunshine, when it gets into that place where it can be seen, it has to have that foundation. And that's what you're going through right now. The universe is stripping away the foundation, the roots that were toxic, that were harming you, that were going to, maybe get rotted. I'm not a good plant person, so I don't probably know good terminology. But anyway, it's getting rid of all that stuff, and it's creating for you, or so you can create for yourself, actually, a healthy foundation, a good foundation that is going to honor you for where you are now in your spiritual development. So this Dark Night of the Soul is perfect. And it's, we have the rose springing out of it, and here we have the plant springing out of it. So both of them, you have to go through that period of darkness. You have to go through that period of, being in the soil and being in the darkness before you can come out and be in the light. And that might be the period you're in right now, and that's okay. It's just all part of the process. Okay. Black and white. Okay, what I'm saying, this is perfect for this, because what this is pushing you through to here is being able to see so much more than you can actually see right now. Okay, so this card, you have the 3D glasses, and 3D glasses, you go into a theater, everything's 2D. You put your 3D glasses on, and then stuff is flying at your face. You can see so much more. It looks, you can see the back side, you can see the front side, you can see all the sides. So that's what this is it's being able to see all the different aspects of things. It's being able to find love in people that are difficult, and it's being able to appreciate situations that look really challenging for us from the outside, but with these glasses, with this understanding, the spiritual 3D glasses, we can see and understand how it's for our highest good, whatever we're going through. And as we're going through it, we can see where our challenges are, we can see where our triggers are, we can see the aspects that we need to heal. And so this message is you're going to be given, you're going to have the ability, if you look for it, now you have to do the work, as you're going through your dark night of the soul, as you're going through these challenges and these difficult times, when you can see your situations with clarity, with compassion, with love, with understanding that it is for your highest good, and you can see what you need to change, what you need to fix, how you need to change your view, that's when you're going to get to a really beautiful place on the other side, to your period of growth, to your period of, having an amazing life. Because it's all part of that perspective, and seeing things not for the face value, not for the 2D show and blaming others, but for the message that's in it for you, that you should heal this, you should fix this. This is what you need to research. Okay. What else would you like to share with the collective today, guides? Money. They just said money, and the heart chakra came out. If you're having money challenges, if you've been having money challenges, following your heart is what's going to put you on the right path. So I'll just give you a little insight. I've been a photographer for 15 years, and I've been doing readings for 12, 13 years. So I've loved both, but I've gotten to the point with photography that it's all about, I'm doing everything. I've lost my creative edge. I've lost my creative flow. I've lost the passion for creating, because I'm just so bogged down with clients, and it's more like people are just not happy with photography. They don't treasure photography like they used to. We have AI, we have wonderful iPhones, and people just don't see photography and photographers like they used to. And so my passion has kind of drained for it. And so I've been putting more effort into my readings and creating oracle card decks and things like that. And that's where my passion is. So my point in saying that is that take a look at your life. Maybe you're doing a job that you loved, but are you fully loving it now? Has anything changed? Take a look and assess things. Maybe you thought you were in a job that you loved, but maybe you didn't really love it. Maybe you didn't love it with your whole heart, with your whole soul. And so that's what you're being asked to take a look at with this money. It's this assessment. And especially as we're going through the eclipse season roller coaster, it's going to, the eclipses are going to stir up things that maybe you didn't realize, maybe you didn't think about, maybe you didn't see, maybe they're hidden from you by beliefs or stories or things like that. We tell ourselves stories to make things work at the time. Because I loved photography, but I turned it into a business to get out of my full-time job that I hated. And it's done well, but I'm not sure if I was ever truly passionate about the photography part and more as the creating part. And that's what I'm doing now with like my oracle decks and my magazine and things like that. So maybe there's certain things you love about your job, but you're not happy, and so you're not vibrating at that frequency that's going to bring the money in, that's going to bring the manifestations to you that you're trying to manifest. Okay, it's all about vibration. And if you're not resonating at high frequency, if you're not happy and joyous, then you're going to notice that in what you're creating in your life. So it has to resonate at this really high heart frequency that you really love. Okay, I am going to do one more card, and then I'm going to shut it down. Okay. I guess these cards fell on the floor. They want to come out. So we have flow and fertile. So flow is all about going with the flow. As you can see, this person is paddling upstream. That's never an easy prospect. So if you are finding you're having challenges today or over the next few weeks as you move through eclipse season, if your challenges are just overwhelming you, if you're just really struggling, then take a look and see how you're not going with the flow. Granted, there are going to be challenges. There are going to be lessons that we need to learn. But when we're really struggling, it means there's something that we're resisting. And the saying, I hate it, but the saying is, what you resist persists. Meaning, when you're resisting it and not healing it or working on healing it, then it is going to continue popping up in your life. It's like the karmic. Did I pull that one? No. Okay, I have one of my cards is a carousel. It's about karma, and it's a carousel horse. And so, as a carousel goes around, the horses just keep going around and around and around. And so, if you're seeing a horse and you haven't taken care of that bit of karma, you're going to keep seeing it over and over and over. It's going to show up in your life over and over and over and over and over again in different ways most of the time. But the more we resist it, the more we ignore it, the louder it's going to get to clear. So, going with the flow, look for the challenges, look for the triggers that you're really struggling with, the things that you keep popping up in your life. Okay? And I think I said this in one of my other videos. This is me with something. Somehow my birthday is cursed for the last 11 years. Something bad has happened on my birthday and I can't figure it out. And it's come to the point this year I blew out my knee. My meniscus, my ACL, and my MCL, and I'm waiting for surgery in a couple weeks. But yeah, so you'll notice, watch for patterns in your life. Watch for things that just keep occurring. I still have yet to figure out my birthday curse. I'm still working on that. But anyway, look for the patterns. Okay, fertility. So if you're trying to have a baby, this could be a very good sign for you. If you're not, don't worry, it may not be a physical fertility. It may not be pregnancy. It could be a creative idea. And so during this eclipse time, as things are going out and things are shifting and you're getting these roller coaster of emotions, you might be getting creative ideas as well. We talked about the money resonating with the heart. So you might be getting these little tidbits of ideas of something that you want to do or something you want to create or something you want to happen. Follow those, okay? Because those are going to be the divine, aligned ideas. We have in this card, we have the stars all around her. To me, that's divine. And I have a card in here too that's the divine and the earth and Mother Earth. And this is Mother Earth. We get both of them. We get the divine and we get the Mother Earth. So you have the fertility, you have the ability for creation, and all we need is your ideas and your thoughts and your passions and your joys to co-create. All the energy is lining up for you to just put your focus on something. When you put your focus on something and it lights you up inside and it brings you joy and it makes you happy, that's when you're going to create it. That's when you're going to create the magic with the divine and Gaia, Mother Earth. Okay, I think I am going to close it off there. If you like this reading, please hit that like button. If you would like to see more of my readings, click the subscribe button and hit that bell for the notifications, and that way you're notified every time I post new content. I am sending you so much love. I hope you have a beautiful week, and I will see you back here soon for more readings.